As a member of this community, I am at a loss. At the Council of Commissioners meeting on May 15, 2024, in a statement read by the Police Protection Association president, it accuses the city of entering into a contract with Gleason against MCA 2-2-201 that we went over in the last video.
My name is Matthew Saylor. I reside at 15 East Center Street. I'm the current president of the Butte-Silver Bow Police Protective Association, represents members of the Police Detention Facility and Dispatch. This is my third year in this position. I want to thank you for the opportunity to speak and offer some comments on the PSA contract between Butte-Silver Bow and Danette Gleason. However, I first want to inform you of how I got to this position. The day prior to this agreement being signed, I hadn't had any serious interactions with the local labor organizations within the county except for the occasional conversation with the Butte firefighter local. The weeks after this contract was signed, my phone was exhausted. I received texts, phone calls, and emails from my own membership. Continued to those who work on repairing your roads, keeping your drinking water safe, providing the mechanical services necessary to complete those tasks, and the ever-present emergency services. Some of these calls were angry and some were hurt, but none of them were happy about this decision. One of the statements I heard repeated over and over again was, "This just seems wrong." Like most things I experienced professionally, when it seems wrong, it's very likely also illegal. I was advised by an independent consultant who worked previously for a city that the action taken by Butte-Silver Bow in this contract violated MCA 2-2-201. I reviewed the statute as two separate portions. First, the very title, public officers, employees, and former employees not to have interest in contracts. I felt this was pretty self-explanatory, but since it's written by lawyers, you can never be too sure. The first sentence reads, members of the legislature, state, county, city, town, or township officers, or any deputies or employees of an enumerated governmental entity may not be interested in any contract made by them in their official capacity or by any body, agency, or board of which they are members or employees if they are directly involved with the contract. And looking at the contract, it is obvious it was negotiated prior to Ms. Gleason's departure from the county on March 29, 2024. The contract was prepared by former County Attorney Eileen Joyce, who retired the same day as Gleason. Being that the Monday after March 29th was the day following Easter and a county holiday, it would stand that only Tuesday and Wednesday were working days. Unless I am wrong, and Ms. Joyce came back 2 days after resigning to prepare the contract, it was negotiated and prepared prior to either Ms. Gleason or Ms. Joyce resigning. It would stand to reason then that this contract was made by Ms. Gleason in her official capacity over matters she was directly involved in. The second portion of the statute states a former employee may not, within 6 months following the termination of employment, contract or be employed by an employer who contracts with the state that any of its subdivisions involving matters with which the former employee was directly involved during employment. The contract outlines several responsibilities with which Ms. Gleason would be tasked under the agreement. All of these seems to be responsibilities that she held in her former position. Foremost, if training and assisting the budget and finance staff is not the responsibility of that department's head, whose responsibility is it? If we knew she was retiring for several months and she couldn't complete that training in that time, why are we to believe she will now timely and cost-effectively complete that training? Another section of the agreement calls to assist and train staff in the preparation of the year-end financial report. The opening letter of the annual financial report contains a summary of the finances and is signed by Ms. Gleason, showing she did have direct involvement with this task, again violating statute.
Mr. Saylor, I'm sorry, we only allow 3 minutes, so.
Can I just finish my last paragraph?
Go ahead. I'll give you about 15 more seconds.
Okay. I want to touch base on Ms. Gleason's comments today that inferred the local labor unions of Butte-Silver Bow are somehow just trying to get more money. For years, we have done more with less. Your officers are among the lowest compensated in the state for departments of their size. Even with our requested increase, we still would be. We want a fair wage, not something crazy like $150 an hour. We want this so that I don't have to leave this meeting and go to the jail tonight on my day off and work from midnight to 6 a.m. So the detention officer who has already worked 12 hours today isn't stuck for a total of 18 hours before reporting back for 12, possibly 18.
I'm going to have to stop you. Thank you very much.
My name is Trudy Healy. I live at 111 West Iron Street. I'm just going to finish his sentence. To be honest, I'm not doing this because I'm money hungry. I'm doing it because it is the right thing to do. I'm hoping you all do the right thing too. Sincerely, Matthew Saylor, President of BPPA.
Thank you.